Good morning, guys. My name is Rudo, and I'm a full-time stay-at-home crypto trader and investor. And let's quickly have a look at why the chart is saying that we're in a buy zone. So last week I explained to you guys when we were live that on the 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin will potentially come right back and fill this gap. This is our continuation for a move. So while we're in this area, I think it's worthwhile to ask the question, is this truly a buy opportunity, or is this a shakeout? Because it can get a little scary. Bitcoin was 105 now, and there's a $6,000 or $7,000 retrace just happening within the last 12 hours. And that is something worth taking note. In addition to this, I also want to discuss with you guys my step-by-step level approach, meaning that I don't try and predict too far ahead when it comes to trading, because in the end of the day, just like we did with our previous buy zone that nailed the bottom beautifully, okay, the initial perception was that there's a good chance that we will be rejecting at around $93,000 a BTC for a lower low. So if we take a level by level approach rather than try and say it will go to 105, let's just buy, it means that you have a better idea that when the market throws these curveballs, that you know what to do and what to expect regarding your trading. Okay, so let's head over to the comments real quick. I want to say hi. While that happens, just as a friendly reminder, today's content is brought to you by Prime XBT. Let's quickly just do this because I don't have Peter flying with me. He's off on a yacht. So Peter, wherever you are, I'm dreading it. You need to enjoy your sunburn and get back to us quickly, guys. Okay, so let's get to the comments then. Let's start. Let's do this. Okay, so Stanko, Tian, Garth, good morning and hello to you guys. Thanks for joining in. There's about 140 people joining in live, and I see the number is picking 45, 46, clicking as we're living in. Remember, I'm streaming to different platforms. Do me a solid, hit the like, hit the subscribe, share the content. Let's get the name out there. Hello, Mart, joining in from Twitter. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay, so let's see. Dreamcatcher saying buying the dip, loading up on Ondu hype grass. Well, the thing that I'm looking at is that maybe the dip isn't over just yet. So let's quickly take this level by level approach. I'm going to apply it to you guys. And then we don't end up burning our fingers too hard when it comes to alts. Because I know myself, I even said last week, I think alt season is here. And looking at the evidence and what's happening in the market, there's no blooming alt season happening. Okay, so let's take it level by level. So the first thing that I want to point out to you guys is the similarities of any of these shakeouts. Okay, so when we dissect this area, what you want to see is a really strong rejection from the market. And what you will find is typically your RSI starts going into the overbought condition. Now, these are simple, beginner TA stuff, but I feel that sometimes it easily gets overlooked. So the easiest way to point this is, we're looking at a good area of support. You can see that the RSI is overbought. Good area of support. You can see the RSI is overbought. And between those points, you can see that there's strong bullish divergence trying to push price up. And so you can see that when you move into this area, when price starts falling below the RSI, and it's a standard RSI, nothing fancy about my RSI here, guys, okay? You have that scenario that there's a really good reaction. So this is where I'm at with the same thing. So my mind is saying to me, if I'm in a short, hold for more, because the market can remain bullish for longer than most people can stomach. But if you're not in the market at the moment, the bearish move has already played itself out. So your risk to reward ratio for the bears move is really hard, because where do you put an invalidation on a giant shakeout like that? Okay, so where do you say, well, go around or change this level and I have to switch bullish again? It's really hard. So new to the market or trying to get in on a move, I would rather hunt the long, because at least I know that the following is going to be true. Let's zoom into this area here. When you look at a critical area of support that's getting broken, so let's mark this out, critical area of support that gets broken. I'm going to make it nice and thick. This is a 4-hour time frame, and we go to a 15 minutes. I'm just going to rewind up to this area here, and I'm going to go to a 15-minute time frame so that we don't lose our spot. Okay. There we go. The big thing is If the market wants to remain bearish and say that this is not the shakeout, this in fact is going to keep on selling on lower, like you would treat the top of the bull market if that is happening today. What you'll find is when price reaches that critical level, it will reject, not turn it into support. So you can see that on the 15-minute, we shot into it. And then for a remainder, probably say an hour or so, we just 2 hours probably. Yeah, there's about 8 candles there. Okay, for about 2 hours, we stayed above it, showing no reason for price to want to drop below that critical area. So it's a simple support and resistance 101. Support was for the bears that price would not reclaim that price point. And from the bulls' point of view, it's turning into support because we've reclaimed it and they were able to defend it. And hence the fact that price kept on pushing higher. So if we reset this and we look at this current price action on the 15-minute time frame, we need to identify a similar level like that and wait and see once price reaches it, how strong it's going to be. Is it going to get above the level, or is it going to consolidate below the level in order to define how we would want to trade or continue on going further? Okay. And I always say, if you plan for where you're going to fail, you end up not getting surprised when the market does throw you these curveballs. So anybody that bought in at 105, momentum buy, looking at it sitting at 98, you're thrown a curveball. You basically don't know, what's happening. It's not expected. We just pushed an all-time high, and now we've got a 6,000, almost a 10% drop or 5% drop. Sorry, my rudimental maths there. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at this area. So I'm going to zoom out slightly, and I'm just going to highlight the same area for you guys. I'm going to go to the line tool. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour time frame because this is significant, okay? The 4-hour time frame, and then I'm going to mark out the most important level that I think we need to keep tracking. So let's take away the old ones because they're irrelevant for now, okay? So there you have it, $101,000 to $102,000 is the critical support where price is lost. Now, if we dissect that area there, I would imagine that the initial time when price went there was a lot of buyers into the market. So there should be a little bit of a consolidation there. Now, fingers crossed, I didn't pre-plan this video. I didn't pre-examine the idea around this video. So let's see if I am talking sense here. Okay, so what happened when price reached that area? There was a bit of a consolidation. You can see that from a bullish point of view, if that was a good buy zone, the market would have rejected and consolidated above that area for continuation. And that's sometimes what you need to do, that trader's intuition, by sitting in your hands, waiting for something to happen, waiting for the market to give you a clear signal, meaning then you'll have a nice invalidation and you can trade things to the upside. Because we're small, we do not move the market. We need to move with the market, the market's moves. Okay, so there you can see a clear line, a clear loss of support there. Okay, so that line is significant. So let's mark this and make this a little thicker going forward for the rest of the week, because we're going to refer back to Bitcoin at $101,000 or $102,000 in tomorrow's stream and in Thursday and Friday stream potentially, because this buy zone, this price action needs to reclaim that in order for me to say I am bullish again. Okay, now I'm going to trade bullish because it's the obvious direction from where we are. But I would really relax and start saying buy the dip, if we can reclaim that. And the reason I say this, and I want to part you guys with this, is any of the alts, we can look at all of them. I mean, I shared a lot with you guys in the last, couple of weeks. Any of these alts, let's bring up Ethereum as a really good example, because I believe that Ethereum is still the alt season maker. It needs to be bullish. And I'm going to take this just to the daily time frame. Now we're in that test zone. But the point that I'm trying to make is, if you're buying on a confirmation, you might not be buying the ultimate bottom, like in this instances. But because the alts are so lucrative and they can make so much money for you, do you really want to be or try and time the market to buy there? Or would you rather want to buy there with a tighter invalidation and a sense of a trend establishing? It's those kind of things that I always ask myself. And if you think about this, crypto is so profitable. You don't have to be first. The guy that gets there second or third or fourth, for that matter, still ends up enjoying the ride. without all the worries. So when I look at alts and anything, I tend to always want to say from a hodler point of view, I don't want to be this guy. I rather want to be that guy when the market is giving me that clear signal that there's a potential move happening. Now, remember, that guy and this guy is pretty much the same guy for most of it. It only works when the move happens, meaning so I'll buy this with the expectation that that's going to be the move. But being patient, understanding that there's invalidation. Then I will buy this with the expectation, well, that maybe that is the confirmation of this move. And as long as the demand keeps on holding, I'll be patient. But in most reality, when it comes to leverage, I would rather just want to try and hopefully time it correctly in that sense. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense to you guys. It's a short video today because there's a lot that's going to happen, and I don't want to overcomplicate this thing with too many ideas. If this happens, then that, and so forth, that's going to leave you with more questions than answers. So to simplify things, to get back to BTC, from a trader point of view, this is an area where you need to hunt for buys, and there's many tools that you can use. Now, the simplest tool is the buddy indicator. I designed the thing from the ground up, wrote the code from the ground up using all the trade strategies I use on a daily. Okay, and as you can see, the strategy, if we want to try and pick a bottom, is always the strat 1 signal. It's the one we use to try and pick a bottom, and there's no signal there just yet. Now, that same strat 1 signal was used to pick this bottom over here, and it gave us last week Thursday and Friday, an exceptionally good long-term swing that we had with BTC, and the same for Ethereum. So we ended up walking away with some really good money in the trade room. So here's the buy zones as I shared them last week. Did I share it there? No, I shared it in this channel. There's so many places, guys. I tend to forget where I did that. There we go. There was the ETH buy. It's somewhere in here. There's another one, guys. Like I said, I don't really, maybe in the chat. I don't prepare for these streams. I just try and give you the raw data as it comes. It's in here somewhere. Okay. So, but there you have it, guys. So that's the buy zone for the move. The guys in the Discord will verify in the comments. As simple as that. There. Okay, so let's head over to your comments. Quickly going to see if there's anything that jumps out that I'll answer. And then stay tuned for this afternoon. There will be a HODL stream where I'm going to look at these big coins. Like Cardano is probably going to be pulling back hard now if we don't hold support. You know, the strong ones. If you're in Cardano and XRP, those are be the ones that I'll be worried about the most. Solana, in effect, you know, it's kind of in the area where I would want to buy, you know, for continuation. So let's do that. So over to your comments real quick. And just as a reminder, guys, if you want to have access to any of these things, links is in the video description. You can head over to my trade Discord. It is heavily gated. So you're not just going to join and be able to chat and talk. You're going to have to jump through a little bit of hoops. We're working with real money. I don't want scammers in there. It's simple as that. Just I'm doing this for your safety as much as mine, you know. So head over to the Discord. You can get the buddy indicator there through the Prime button. You can go back and you can navigate through all these menus and see what else is there that might help you. Okay, so let's quickly go to the comments. Okay, let's see what Alex has to say. Rudo, just joining in. Massive thanks for the XCN pick months and months ago, Rudo. That chain out pretty good. Alex, I can't even remember that I did that, but thanks for the compliment and you remembering. The thing is about trading, I can give a lot of charts, but I can't buy everything that I chart always. So sometimes these things do slip my mind. But I'm really happy you managed to make some good gains out of this. Quick reminder, let's do it like this. This was yesterday's trading. So what I'm going to do is just going to take away my pretty face. So this was last week's trading. Just to give you an idea what we do within the Discord, trading live with the community. These are all the trades called, and typically you're looking at about a 20. I made about 27%. This was a 10K account that was used to populate these trades, which would give you about 27% gains on a week. I aim for 35 a month, roughly. If I can make that happen, I tend to be happy. So, yeah, you can have a look at that. And then, obviously, the Discord on the inside, there's a bot that runs 24/7, gives trade signals as well. Here's the stats, guys. Pause the screen, read through the stuff. It is pretty impressive, and everything is available in the Discord. There is the crypto signals bot. So it comes with our own design divergence model, scans the markets for you, and gives you these setups simple. You can just follow them, 65% accuracy on its worst performing grade. So there you have the data. It's all automated. I can't cook the books. Okay, simple as that. Let's see, any other questions or anything else that I need to have a look? I know that there's a couple of response for Ondo, please, buddy. Chol, I'll see if I can hook you up in this afternoon stream. Thanks so much. Do you look at where we are in an Elliott wave pullback? Okay, that's actually a really good comment. Look, I'm not an Elliott wave expert. I'm going to be honest with you. So it can, and for well, let me just finish the buddy indicator because I'm going off topic. Get the buddy indicator. It will give you the buys and the sell signals, and you know, it's simple as that. And if you're looking for continuation, that's why there's many strategies. They're for all various different markets. The SO4s would be your typical continuation strategy. So there, the buddy said SO4 didn't fill the entry. The market was too weak in that instance. So in this case, buddy wouldn't have got you in on the short, on the 15-minute, maybe on the 4-hour would have done. Let's quickly have a look if that's the case. Yes, tag the lower end of the box. So it's simple. You enter between the purple and TP1. It's on its way to TP2. So yeah, it's as simple as that. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at this thing from an Elliott perspective. That would make for an interesting video. Okay, so I'm going to go to this 4-hour chart and just put it like this. Okay, when you're in a situation where the market is showing you that it's losing momentum, it doesn't necessarily mean that the move is over and everything is behind us. And that's why the buy zone is there, because my argument is that if this is our next leg up, okay, this would be, in general terms, the broader terms, the 1-2 that you would be looking for, okay? Meaning that this RSI between 2 and 1 would typically go and make a lower low, giving you the much needed or wanted hidden bullish divergence. So if you go to a divergence chart, you'll find that there's many versions of it. Let me just quickly load one for you guys. It's going to be the last one I click on, divergence chart. And your continuation divergence is when price does not make a lower low, but the oscillator, in fact, it does. And that's what you would kind of see to start calling end of waves, to even start thinking about labeling stuff like an Elliott wave count or so forth. Now, that said, when we try and zoom out, we delete this and start looking at the bigger picture of things. Okay, so go daily time frame. This is now actually surpassing the idea for your HODL bags. Okay, if you look at this, you can say that if that is a wave, there would still be a deeper pullback. Okay, in that same wave, that same Elliott idea, because I need these lows. I need that RSI to fall below these lows to give me a hidden bullish divergence, which brings that danger talk that I said 2-3 weeks ago when we were here, that the market could go as low as 85 and even 71 for that, but I don't want to try and create the perception that I know what the future holds. So I'll rather take one thing step by step. When we lose these critical levels, I will then start planning for that. And that's simple as that. Okay, 475 people joining in live. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you found some good value. If so, let me know in the comments. Maybe send in in the comments a couple of coin requests for this afternoon stream so that I can have them pre-charted if there's anything valuable. I am going to generalize big market sentiment on these coins as well, because as we know, the dominance isn't playing ball. Let's bring up my dominance chart real quick. Dominance isn't playing ball, and the Dixie isn't playing ball either, because this thing isn't doing what I want it to do, and it's not bringing the price where it needs to be. Okay, so that's everything for this morning stream. Hunt your longs, guys. This is Bitcoin in the buy zone and Ethereum in the buy zone. And if you want to trade with me, you know what to do. Head over to the Discord. All the steps are there, and I see already a couple of guys waiting for me there. Have a lovely day. Chat to you later, guys. Cheers. I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.